It is March 27th, 2018. This is the Watchman News, and I'm Mike Callahan. Good morning. I want to start out by doing a little house cleaning. If our message, if our reports resonates with you, please share this out. That's how we grow. That's how we get information out there. I think we have a pretty important news article to cover today. At least I think it's important. As well as if you would like to support us, you can go to our website and right there you see the donate button on the bottom right, or you can go to thewatchmannews.com/donate and that will forward you to our PayPal donation page. If you don't want to support us, please go out and support somebody in alternative media because those are the people that are actually out there trying. Okay, all these other news organizations, most of them are getting some type of government funding, some type of government kickback, and of course, they're getting ton of ad revenue in which we don't get because YouTube stripped us of that. Anyway, let's get on with the report. So, a lot of us had been talking about how we're not even allowed to raise children anymore. It's amazing the amount of control that the government was able to take over when it comes to raising children, whether it be in the classroom or in our own homes. However, there is a state that is fighting back. Now, from what I've seen on social media so far, this isn't very well received. And it kind of blows my mind because it's like, well, wait a minute here. Here we have another instance to where people are giving the opportunity to take responsibility once again, and they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They absolutely are petrified of taking responsibility. I can't believe this. I would never guess this in a million years because there's a lot of people out there that talk a good talk. But now when it's time to walk the walk, where are they? So let's get right on into the report. This was actually reported on our local news station, KMOV. Utah becomes first state to legalize in what they're calling free-range parenting. Okay, so let me read this because a lot of the people that I see on social media also aren't really taking into consideration the exact wording here. Okay, and I will point out what I'm talking about when I get there. Utah has legalized a controversial child rearing method known as free-range parenting, encouraging children to be independent. Governor Gary Herbert signed the bill, which states it is not neglectful for parents to allow their kids to do the following without adult supervision: walk to and from school, play outside, be in a car unattended, or stay home alone. Now, here's the thing. I've seen I don't know how many stories about parents losing their children because they had to go to work and their child was at home alone, a child that was perfectly capable of being alone at home, yet they lost their child and in some cases faced criminal charges of neglect for doing what they had to do, right? Because with this society not wanting anybody else to make any money, it's kind of hard to pay for childcare and work and do everything all at once. It's nothing but a big trap. And the people of this country, and I'm not saying everybody, but a large majority of the people in this country like the trap, apparently. They don't want anybody to make enough money to be able to pay for childcare so they could go out and work. And, so a lot of people actually forced into a lifestyle with getting help from the state. And then they get cut down for that. It's insane, the trap that's going on out there, and people don't want to let them out of the trap. And I don't get it because it's those very same people that will bitch and complain about the very trap that they like to be in, and like others to be in. See, nobody likes to be in the trap themselves, but it's perfectly okay if somebody else is in the trap. It's an insane society, folks. I don't get it, but I'll continue. The law states that children must be mature enough to handle each situation, though it does not specify an age. So that's the part I wanted to point out. So in other words, they're saying that, look, you got to know your kid. You got to know whether or not your kid can handle it. If your kid can handle it and everything goes smoothly, you're good to go. That's why it doesn't specify an age, right? Because each child is different. You've got teenagers that probably aren't capable of being more responsible than a kindergartner, right? And you've got kindergartners that could be more responsible than a lot of adults out there. So, what do? You have to know your child, right? But this is giving the power back to the parents. And that's exactly what we need in this country. Let me continue. It's believed to be the first legislation of its kind in the United States and takes effect May 8th. Utah lawmakers said they were prompted to pass the law after seeing cases where parents had their children temporarily removed when people reported seeing the kids playing basketball in their yards or walking to school alone, the Associated Press reported. Republican Senator Lincoln Fillmore of South Jordan has said allowing kids to try things alone helps them prepare for the future. Meanwhile, others are concerned the law could be used as a defense in child abuse cases if not carefully deployed. Arkansas considered a similar free-range kids bill last year, but ultimately rejected it after receiving pushback from critics who said it was too dangerous to leave children unsupervised. So see, Utah is trying to put the parents back into parenting, and I commend them for that. That is absolutely incredible. That is great. We need to see more states do this. Absolutely, more states do this. Here, you're looking at a case to where you have parents that are absolutely livid because their children participated in a bit of activism, right, against guns. Activism for gun control, and many of the parents had no knowledge of it. Many of the parents didn't give permission for it, right? Because why? Because if you pay attention to the government, they have no problem telling you that your children are theirs. They belong to the state. They have no problem telling you that. And in fact, they have no problem pushing that on you. This is fighting that. This is fighting back, okay? Because I'll tell you what, if you think that CPS or whatever your particular, ours is DCFS here, whatever your particular child protection agency is called, if you think that their main interest is the welfare of a child, then you probably need to talk to me personally. Because I've got a personal case that I could tell you about involving my own children and their current situation right now. Right? And that's okay. However, they are not allowed to be in a calm, loving, good home. Right? They can be in a home in which they're kept their life in total fear. And that's okay. But they can't have a decent life with opportunity to grow, opportunity to learn. Folks, that's what they want. They want to destroy the society. That's the whole point. That is the entire point of taking the control away from the parents. It's insane. Congratulations to Utah. Kudos to Utah. God bless Utah. I hope other states follow suit. I don't expect Illinois to be one of the first. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.